So OnePlus in 2021. Well, if you have been following this channel, then you might know that I've already made couple of videos around OnePlus. I made OnePlus 5T in 2021. I made OnePlus 7 in 2021, and so you can call me a sort of OnePlus enthusiast. And there's nothing wrong with it. I've been a core die-hard fan of OnePlus ever since this device came off. This device needs no introduction. This OnePlus One, I owned it from the moment it got launched, and then when this got out of the service, I upgraded to the OnePlus 5T, and this still rocks, gets me through all the day-to-day tasks without any problem. And after these two, I got this OnePlus 7 right here, and this works perfectly. Like, there have been bugs with Android 11, but like, I feel this is a pure value from OnePlus. But right after that, what did OnePlus do? They launched the 7T series, the 8 series, and I'm not gonna talk about the 9 series even. And like the infamous Note series, that is pure up trash. That is no value at 30,000 rupees. And so, seeing all this as a OnePlus fan as I am, it's very hard. And so, let me talk about in this video as to why you should not care about OnePlus anymore. Like, OnePlus is straight up going downhill. And so, guys, let's talk about all that. So, guys, this is your host Siddharth. You are watching SidTechNet, and if you want to stay in the net, why not subscribe to SidTechNet? So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and also give this video a like. With that, let's get started, guys. Okay, so to get started, let's go back in time around 2015 2016 when this device came into the market as a flagship killer, and right where OnePlus was born, and right where the never settle got into my nerves. So OnePlus One, it was far ahead of the competition. It provided top of the line specs like 800 series Snapdragon processor, a flagship experience with pure Android experience, the cameras, the battery life, and the charging solution. Everything was to the point, and this was at a mere price of 20,000. And then OnePlus just made a lot of good smartphones like the OnePlus 2, the OnePlus 3, the 3T, and not to forget the X, which was, and OnePlus learned from their mistake. They launched X as an experiment, and that failed. So OnePlus just straight up abolished that device. And then OnePlus continued to making their smartphones like the 5T, and they were like completely focused on making pure value smartphones. And up until the 5T, the OnePlus was not falling in the gimmick train or the hype train whatsoever. Like, they were not going for wireless charging, they were not going for IP68 certification, they were not going for glass back and any other perks. But then with the 6 and 60 series, they were like they were start to getting derailed, and with that, it was like hard to see. Like, the OnePlus 60 was priced above 40,000, and that was just not value. Like, that just had a fingerprint scanner different from the 6, and it was bumped up by 5,000. And then OnePlus realized it again and launched this OnePlus 7 at around 35,000 with same in-display fingerprint scanner, upgraded 855. And so this was the brand you would like to see, which learned from its mistake and put forward that in their next iteration. But this is simply gone from OnePlus attitude now. That do not care attitude is there in OnePlus now, which is really hard to see. And in the next portion, I'll tell you what and how they are messing up the game. And right before I got this device, I was using the iPhone 5s. Like, this was in my mind, like whether or not I should go for the iPhone 6s or the newly 7 Plus, or should I go with the OnePlus 5T. And then, like, looking just at the spec sheet, or like even the price point at which this was far ahead even from the industry leader Apple. This came with an OLED display, this came with Android experience. Like, it gave me flexibility to get few apps which, like, you know what the game around Android is. So this came with an OLED display, come with a bigger display, and overall gave me a better value proposition and better price to performance ratio than the iPhone 7 or the 7 Plus. And this in itself a big compliment from OnePlus, that they were ahead of the market leaders, not in the price value proposition, but even in the spec sheet also. And now when you look at the OnePlus 9 series, they even fall down under Samsung. Like the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE 5G edition is more value than the OnePlus 9 series that comes with a better cameras, and it has like Samsung One UI 3.1, which is full-fledged and better Android experience, and also Samsung provides 3 years of software updates. That really has a big plus point over OnePlus 9 series that is straight up trash. Like the camera is not up to the hype of Hasselblad or the price point at which that device is launched. So like where they were with this 5T and where they are with the OnePlus 9, this is straight up disappointing. And I'm like far cry, like I have, but OnePlus is straight losing the track and going downhill. I'm like, short of words, you might feel this video a bit jerky. And some of you might say, like, why are you crying so much, Siddharth? Like, OnePlus has launched the 9R series specially for India to maintain their never settle approach in the country and give a really good price to performance ratio. Well, I'm not a big YouTuber, I'm not getting any devices, but let's see what TechWiser has to say, as they also had a same point of view as mine. So let's see what they had to say.
But you know what? The 9R doesn't exist. It's basically previous year OnePlus 8T rebranded as OnePlus 9R. This rebranding thing is an industry standard in India, but didn't expect that from OnePlus. There's no reason to have OnePlus 9R when we already have the OnePlus 8T selling in the market.
And so it is pretty clear that the 9R is nothing but a rebranded 8T. And not only that, like at around 40,000, now that you look in the Indian smartphone space, you got the iQOO 7 Legend, the Mi 11, like I'm not going to talk about the Mi 11, like look at just the iQOO 7 Legend. What's wrong in that, and why you should get the OnePlus 9R? There's no point to like justify as to why OnePlus 9R is better than the iQOO 7 Legend. And this is where OnePlus has reached. When like they were at their peak, they were outperforming Apple and Samsung, and now they are getting outperformed by a smartphone brand which was not even known 2 years back. And if this not, then what is an alarming situation for OnePlus? They are getting outplayed from a mere niche smartphone brand. Okay, so now let's talk about the approach and current trajectory of OnePlus. So up until this 5T series, or even up till 6T, like OnePlus was clear, launch one smartphone in the half one of the year and other with improved technology or some new technology in the second half of the year. And this was going very well for OnePlus and also for the enthusiasts. Like they were getting new Android version later this year, but upgraded version next year. So they had the choice and they were happy with this. But right after this, with the 7 series or the 8 series, and let's not talk about further that, they completely messed up. And around last year, around July, August, September, the past CEO of OnePlus, Kalpi, he was like straight up hyping the Nord series as something which we have never seen, a mid-range phone from OnePlus. Okay, agreed, we have never seen a mid-range phone from OnePlus, but like Nord at 30,000, you are giving what value? A Snapdragon 700 series processor, subpar cameras, and also to get around the mess, they promised to launch a 6GB variant at around 25,000. Tell me, surf on Amazon, if you get it, please let me know, I'll also book one. But it didn't come, you know. So was this ever expected from OnePlus, to just mock away their fans, their enthusiasts, which waited for their Nord series like crazy? On Twitter you would see OnePlus fan following as anything, and then straight up disappointed. And the last day, the 2 days back, OnePlus was trending. Why? Because it ran away from its own promise. OnePlus promised to upgrade the 5G bands on the 9 series as in when 5G gets launched in India, and this was a customer representative telling this. But just 2 days back, OnePlus, as of shooting this video, OnePlus confirmed that it is a hardware limitation and hence no 5G bands would be added to the OnePlus 9 series. And then I made a tweet around OxygenOS 11 ruining the OnePlus 7 and 7T series, and people were like legit like they have got their OnePlus 7 series ruined, and up to that level that they are selling it for some other device. If this doesn't concern a smartphone brand about their past customers or about their new smartphones, then I don't know what. And I had a sweet spot for OnePlus. Like I was inclined towards OnePlus, and like I was like I was like tunnel vision. Like for iOS you have one choice, and for Android you should have a one choice, that is OnePlus. But that is no more. I have opened my horizon to Samsung and even iQOO now. So like I have been like praising OnePlus like anything in my friend circle, but now keeping in mind the OxygenOS 11 massacre, the OnePlus 9 series, and all their peripherals around this, their audio products, their watches, and their fitness band, and with all such things, I really think that OnePlus has fucked up and OnePlus has messed up to an extent where they need at least a next 2-3 years where they can get things back. And I don't see that happening, as they have made a collaboration with Hasselblad around for 3 years for a price of $150 million just for color grading and getting a logo on their camera setup. So these are not good signs. And so this was all from this video, guys. I hope I made some sense and you found some value out of this content. I know this was not at all scripted and was kind of spontaneous too, but this is how I wanted this video to be, and I hope I made sense. So with that, this was your host Siddharth, signing off for the moment. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye, stay home, stay safe.